Please be advised, this series contains harsh language and references to potentially triggering material, including mention of suicide, self-harm, abuse of both drugs and alcohol, and deep discussions on religion. Listener discretion is advised. Last time on Ombligo del Diablo, a lot of things happened in our small town. We picked up a hitchhiker, who may also be an avatar of death, or fuel. Murph did some grilling, and Oliver critiqued his music. Vincent was responsible and went to bed while the rest of us had some drinks. Some may have had a few too many. Oliver and Val shared a beautiful karaoke experience. Murph upset some miners' poker game. Jamie kept a cool head in it all. The next morning, during Vincent's first shift, there was an accident in the mine. Due to Vincent's swift actions, the patient was still alive by the time he landed on Oliver's table. After some very, very tight rolls and a little bit of magic, Oliver was able to successfully complete his first surgery. We rejoin our party as Val gives us a lowdown on why this was a terrible idea.
So after things calm down a bit, the patient has a drip of saline. Would be nice if they had a drip of blood, but, it's not like you have a supply of extra blood just lying around.
Do we know what his blood type is, or is he just some, like us, a drifter through town that no one has really ever met before?
You have never met him. You don't even know his name.
Do any of us have O negative?
That's an excellent question.
I don't think that any of you know your blood type, except for Val.
I absolutely do.
Val is AB positive.
Excellent.
Very rare.
The most useless blood type. And what about Murph?
I mean, it would be terribly lucky if she was O negative.
I mean, no. It'd be terribly lucky for other people if she was
Exactly.
O negative.
I think 13 is O negative.
Yeah, it would be really shitty.
13 is O negative.
It would be really shitty for her if it was O negative. She was O negative.
Yeah,
we should go ask 13 what's up.
In this situation, yes.
Murph is AB positive, meaning that she can receive blood from anyone. Isn't she lucky?
Yeah. That tracks.
All I know is that there's a B in mine. I'm not sure whether positive or negative or with an A.
Mm.
You should find that out at some point. Just a thought.
Agreed. And I want to thank you very much for all of the assistance you have rendered today. Without you by my side, I think I would have faltered.
Yeah, I mean, it was no problem. I don't know. Last time I tried to save somebody didn't go so well, so I'm glad to see it worked out.
Well, he tips a glass of water at her because he's gingerly sipping it. I believe we can look forward to a future where we save more than we have ever lost. Or at least I hope so.
Yeah.
You're seriously planning on keeping this going? Was this not an exercise why you should not be doing this?
Okay,
I don't see.
Excuse me, Val. We did end up saving this man's life after a terrible accident, and he is not dead currently. So it was not our fault that a terrible accident happened and he was bleeding heavily. It was our fault that he is still alive.
If anything, it was 13's. But, I mean, it was a team effort. Vincent here was rapid responder. He was like a trained EMT, that fella right there. Dragged him all the way out of the mine by himself.
Yeah, it's teamwork.
Vincent stands up. I assume after I've finally got my my nerves under control. I've probably seen bleeding people in my arms before, but wasn't expecting to today.
Mm-hmm.
Also, drills are slightly more gruesome than bullets.
Yeah. And I'm just going to walk over, look Oliver in the eye, sort of.
That look itself is the one that saved the day, I believe.
I'm just going to, under my breath, and then pat him on the shoulder on my way stepping out the door.
That goofy smile comes up for a split second again, and then goes away and goes back to the salesman smile.
A moment of genuine happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll a paradox, by the way?
Oh, yes, you do.
Just one die?
Just one die.
Yeah, no normies were here to witness it.
No fucking paradox.
Definitely got a paradox. The only witness was asleep.
Y'all keep talking about this paradox stuff. I don't understand.
You know what? Me either.
Paradox sanity? I don't know. This is just a weird town, guys.
You both.
All right, you gain 1 paradox. The day wears on. It is getting on towards the afternoon.
Val's going to Frankie's. Alone or with other people. Doesn't matter. She's using what little anger and fear, definitely fear, that she feels to go. And nothing is stopping her.
Do we notice this, or is she going like sneaky styles?
She's not sneaking. She's not asking, though.
She just goes and loads up her shit.
Angrily loading truck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everyone is aware of this.
She finally has some fucking resolve.
Vincent, Jamie, Murph, is she? She looks like she's got that I'm going to a spooky house look.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You don't think that, like, I mean, I wasn't too mean, right?
No, surely not.
Okay. Yeah, we should probably not let her go by herself.
I'm already checking the rounds in my gun and putting it in my belt loop, and I'll just walk outside.
Yeah.
What? That sounds very ominous.
Do I think patient has stabilized, especially with Chupacabra blood?
So the patient is stable.
I go to foreman and say, basically like, the patient is stable, but I have something I must do in the desert. If you would be so kind as to make sure the saline drip does not run out and that he remains, if he wakes, there's a friendly face to meet him.
Oh, and if this is like immediately afterwards, I still have a shift to work, I guess. Maybe I don't go. If we're talking like right after this, I assume this was a few hours later.
Vincent.
Oh, if you would relieve my friend of work as well. He
did a great heroic thing. He saved this man's life by getting him here quickly, and he should be allowed to take the rest of the day off work.
What she said.
The foreman has nodded and waved you on, and he says, "Good work today. It's good to have you on board. And your vehicle is loaded up. Which vehicle are you taking? Or are you taking Val's truck?"
That would make sense.
Mine, because I drove her here, yeah.
Oh, that's true. You did drive her here because she was too hungover to drive safely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true.
So you are headed back out? About what time do you opt to leave?
Before sunset.
Now-ish?
Yeah.
Whatever time it is?
Now.
It's about 3 in the afternoon?
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. You guys start heading out. It is maybe a 2-3 mile drive.
I don't like this at all. By the way,
You didn't have to come.
I'm doing it.
Well, Vincent, I think I should tell you this in confidence. I believe Valerie and I are best friends now.
Is he whispering?
No.
Or can Val
Yes,
hear this?
absolutely whispering. I don't know if you have acute enough ears to hear it, but he's going to laugh afterwards and be like, I don't actually think so. But we did have a good time last night. You missed out, although I am so glad you were sober today.
I am going to put on my sunglasses and eat the sandwich in the brown paper bag I had packed for work.
That's a very good image.
I like this mental image a lot.
Yeah, you were gladly given the rest of the day off after helping to rescue a coworker from horrifying death.
I'd hope so.
It was a slightly better first day than your other first day working for the cartel, right?
I mean, you don't know that in character, but yes.
I mean, Oliver would be giving him like the neck cut hand.
A better than your first day working for the cartel, and definitely better than your last day working for them.
Certainly. We need to, I think, still talk about a couple of details about that. We never did discuss what happened with my partner on that job.
I thought your partner was Oliver.
Not until after that job.
Yeah, not until after.
And he still doesn't want to admit it.
Okay.
He would rather it not be.
I have 2 very important questions.
Yes.
Jamie, does the radio work?
The normal radio, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Storyteller, what song is playing?
Right now, the only thing that is coming through is mariachi music.
I want something happy to play.
Is it happy mariachi?
What is happier than mariachi music?
That is
Not
pretty.
really.
I have a thought.
Okay. Do you want to just spin down the dial and see if you can get something happy?
Yes.
So you change the radio station, and by chance, one of your favorite pop songs from when you were a kid. It's like one of those Disney Channel pop songs.
I was thinking more along the lines of you're talking about pop songs. I was thinking more along the lines of like Britney Spears.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect.
There we go.
One of the Britney Spears songs that isn't about getting spit roasted. It comes on the radio.
Toxic. It's a bop.
Yes. It was kind of what you were hoping to hear, though you never expressed that aloud. After a few minutes, though, the song kind of cuts out in the middle. Things like go staticky for a second, and when it cuts back in, it's in the middle of a Justin Timberlake song.
Oh, okay.
And
Weird.
The sun is setting.
Oh,
keep going.
Hey,
keep going. Just keep going.
Is it sunset?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Val. I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. You done right by me.
Or let me out.
I'm with you. I'm just saying this ain't good.
No, it's not. And it never was going to be. Keep going.
You drive around this tall standing rock, and the shadow passes over you for a second. When it comes back, the sun has set, and
Val
the stars
is gripping the dashboard real hard.
And the stars are out, and you guys, a few minutes later, get to the overlook above Frankie's cabin.
Can I do something before we all get out of the car?
What's that?
Because I basically know that there's weird nonsense and know that Val's freaking out a little bit, and I know that they went into that house and talked about weird stuff inside. Basically, Oliver's gonna while she's gripping the dash, and before they stop, he's going to have I recovered improvised magic since the day has passed since I last used it, even though I was hungover that night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you have.
Basically, I want to do a variation of Fortify Mind.
Okay.
Basically, I just want to be like, I know you probably don't remember last night, but I feel you are a very good friend and you are excellent at guitar and we are behind you. And I just grab her shoulder and give it a firm, you know, you got this.
When did I play the guitar in front of you guys? Why are you touching me?
And hopefully, despite how she reacts, her mind is bolstered as I basically want to fortify it by giving her a intangible.
By making me angry, Oliver got it.
Yes,
give her something to focus on.
Yeah, it gives her something to focus on. I want to connect her to all our minds if possible.
So
basically, any impact that hits her is affecting at least Oliver, if not everybody else.
So you want to share her, attempt to share her burden?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a insight plus charisma roll.
Resolve? Okay, charisma. Okay. That's 3 successes.
And give me a paradox roll.
Vulgar or coincidental?
Coincidental.
Son of a gun.
Give me a paradox.
Okay.
You now automatically take half of Val's sanity and willpower damage.
You're fucked.
I am so effed.
Nice job.
You've cast the mind version of Shield Other. This, by the way, comes in the compulsion for Val, when stressed, to take it out on you, which makes her feel a lot better.
And it makes sense for Oliver.
I mean, yeah, that's not wrong.
Oh wait, so you guys are there. The car is stopped at the top of the overlook.
Val's getting out.
There is another car parked out front of the a little house.
Do I recognize it at all? Is it? I'm not sure if Eaton has a car. I think he does.
If Eaton has a car?
Yes. Otherwise, how does he get out here to do his own?
Oh, Eaton's car is not the one that's out there.
Is it a black SUV?
No, it is not.
Cool.
It is a blue Jeep.
Cool. Doesn't matter. Val's going. And she's going to turn to Vincent and say, look, if you see any of the angels, the chupacabras or whatever, and somebody here will probably point them out to you, try to bag one alive. I need to go inside.
You don't want anyone in?
No.
I'm going with her.
No, you're not, Jamie. Nope.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Totally am.
Murph, can you hold Jamie?
I am kind of the opinion somebody should go with you.
And I am absolutely of the opinion that definitely fucking not.
Murph,
Try to stop me.
Yeah, I'm staying outside.
Fucking course
But
you
we're
are.
behind you in spirit.
Yeah.
Murph, can you convince her to take me with her?
You hold on to
ridiculous.
that,
I can
Jamie.
try.
So, what do you say, Murph?
Okay, so I understand that you don't want anybody to go with you. Totally get it. Solo mission. That's cool. I do know, though, that it seemed like Jamie had other things that she wanted to accomplish here as well. So maybe we could kill two birds with one stone and she could go with you at the same time. And also, you'll both be safer that way. Safety in numbers.
Jamie would be safer out here. Plus, Jamie, you know why we're trying to get that chupacabra, right? You can take point on that.
Unless Val physically stops me, I'm going with her.
Do you wait for a second for her to get going in front of you and then follow, or will you actively walking like ahead?
Walking beside her. I'm like, you went in the cave with me. I'm going with you. I'm not letting you go alone.
Aw.
Fine, but you do not enter the back room. Do you understand me? I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm letting you come. Why I'm trying to stop you. God, fuck this place. Fuck the last month.
Going with you all the way. Let's go.
No.
So as you guys are approaching the cabin, Frankie is standing outside and staring at you guys. He's holding on to a glass bottle, but it's empty. And he looks out and says, "I figured you'd come back."
I'm sure you fucking did, Frankie. Let's just get this over with.
What'd you come back for? I don't know why you're here.
You know exactly what I came back for. Don't play games.
I see. It's a bad night. I don't know if you, I know if this is the right time.
Is it ever a good time?
Are there good times?
Exactly. I'm glad we're both asking each other hypothetical questions. Let me see the boy.
Boy time.
Well, I've got a bit more going on right now. And he opens the door, and there is a woman about late 20s, shockingly gorgeous, blonde hair, lying on the bed, one arm covered in blood, clutching the one arm. She seems unconscious.
Are you kidding me? Was it you, Frankie? Please tell me it wasn't.
I'm not responsible for what this woman has done to herself. She came upon my land and I did nothing but speak with her.
So I'm gonna take a look to see if she has any. I'm assuming she has wounds, but better check.
There's a razor, like a straight razor, with bloody fingerprints, lying next to the bed, and there is a pan that seems to be catching the blood.
God damn it. Fine. All right. I'm going to heal what I'm assuming are self-harm cut wounds on her.
When you go through your bag, and Frankie looks down and says, "What would that be that you would be injecting our friend there with?"
Chupacabra blood, mixture of antiseptic and antibiotic.
You planning on injecting angel blood into an angel?
This doesn't look like an angel. Angels are like yay high, scaly.
Angels may come in many forms. This one appeared at my door as if sent from heaven. Sent from heaven to put a stop to me. You do what you like. She has already done as she has chosen. He picks up the pan off the ground, and I have what I need.
You are a creepy guy, Frankie.
I'm a man with a purpose. And he walks over into his stove with this little funnel into a bottle.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to ignore that, mainly because I have many other things to worry about.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna inject the angel blood into an angel, quote unquote.
Okay, give
me a
a
blood transfusion.
Give me an int plus medicine roll.
You got it.
Real quick, are we seeing this, or is this just Jamie and her?
How close are you guys snooping from outside?
I imagine that the moment Valerie got out of sight, Oliver kind of just sat back down in the truck and is almost passing out.
And you're definitely not seeing it. Vincent?
Oh, I ain't snooping. If she's got business, it's as personal, it's her business. Okay. I got the trank gun, and I'm looking around for anything that she won't want me to shoot.
And Murph?
I am absolutely snooping.
Give me a stealth check.
Yay.
Stealth? Oh boy. Is it just straight stealth or like dex?
This would be a wit stealth. Composure stealth.
Composure stealth. Okay. 1 out of 3.
Okay. As long as you're not getting too close, that's probably good enough. Sam, that looks like 2 successes.
Is that 2? I don't know how this works, unfortunately. So yes.
If you get double 10s, it's 4.
Ah, yes.
So single 10s is
successes.
single 10.
And is the last one is the paradox die, right?
The last one's the paradox die. Also give me a Vulgar with Witnesses paradox roll. So that's 2 dice, and you get 1 paradox for each one that fails.
Cool.
Oh, is Frankie paying any attention?
Frankie is not a witness. A game 2 paradox. And she wakes up, opens her eyes, and screams in horrified terror and starts looking around for something.
Whoa. Easy. Okay, all right. Lay down. Hey, you're all right.
Give me a strength plus brawl check.
Cool. The one thing I can do. Hooray.
Whoo!
Vincent, what the hell is going on in there?
Yeah, you're hearing the screaming.
I bear the trank gun, and I walk to the door.
Stumble out behind, grab Dr. Bag.
Versus 2 successes. You have her restrained as she is almost reaching for that razor.
Hey, stop. Hey, breathe. Look at me. Hey, you're okay.
She stops screaming for just a second, and she looks into you, and she just whispers, "It has to stop.
What has to stop?
Please."
Hey, I'm not gonna let you hurt yourself. Okay?
She passes out. Frank looks at her and says, "I don't really know quite what was bothering her, but she was fine when she showed up. Other than that she arrived on my land uninvited."
Fine how? Is that her car out there?
By the laws of men.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's generally what I mean.
I would say it is.
Cool. Okay, so she just showed up and grabbed a razor and cut herself.
Eventually.
Okay, I need to know what happened in between those 2 events.
She asked me questions. She asked a lot of questions.
Such as?
Just philosophical conversation, the meaning of life and all that. I guess she didn't like the answers.
All right, Jamie?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. I'm pretty sure somebody's come down here after hearing screaming. Can you get her to the Jeep?
Sure. I'll need your help.
I'll be getting her to the door.
No, we can put her in the Jeep together. It's okay. Come on.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure somebody's come down to help out.
Well, they can put her in the Jeep then. I'm sticking with you. Sorry.
Damn it.
You hear a whisper of silence. Like, it's as if your entire life there was a faint hum or buzz that you just never noticed. And for a moment, it is gone. A true silence.
Cool.
Is anybody coming down after the screaming?
Yeah, Vincent and I both were. And
Okay.
Murph might be also doing a thing.
Murph, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I assume that I am closest because I was doing the snooping.
Yes, you are. And they have walked this girl to the door, her clothes covered in blood. She is an impossibly beautiful person. Sort of doesn't quite seem real or earthly. And as she comes out, she seems to be barely conscious. Are you guys directing her over towards the van?
Oh, I assume the door opens and there's a bloody girl and they are like, just take her.
I mean, there's a bloody girl and I am close, so obviously there's somebody that needs my help, so obviously I'm abandoning cover and running forward.
Okay.
Because that's what Murph would do.
Okay.
Don't know
Same.
who. As people come by, Val's going to explain. Don't know who or what she is. Keep her away from sharp objects and definitely the guns. Seems a little unstable.
Absolutely, I got it.
Me too.
Okay.
Oliver's going to think he's the best at medicine because she just got magic medicine.
Well, yeah.
So, looking her over, she seems to be suffering from a great deal of blood loss.
Yeah, I'm going to try to bandage her as soon as she stops, struggling. Vincent, let's get her to the car. And we do that. And then, hold it down. Let me check the wounds. And I'm wiping them to try to find them. And I'm like, there are no wounds. Whose blood is this?
Should I still hold her down?
Well, we should keep her away from anything sharp. That's what she said. Perhaps we can just put her in the back. I feel odd tying up a woman like this. Murph, would you
Yeah.
help us?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes, would you like to learn some knots?
I mean, I know a few. A square knot, a bowline,
I think a bowline would do fine in this case.
all right. Why exactly are we tying her up? She seems barely conscious.
It seems as though she might be a risk to herself. I've never heard someone say keep them away from sharp objects who wasn't about to cut them.
And she opens her eyes.
Oh, Lord.
And
Hi, my name is Murph. What's yours?
Angela.
Angela.
Nice
to meet you.
You doing all right, Angela?
No.
You willing to tell us why?
There is no all right anymore.
What do you mean?
As she looks at you and she just says, no more of your lies.
Me?
No more of your lies, Murph.
You see a mild existential crisis happening to Murph?
You've told everyone that it's all gonna be all right, and you're here at the end of the world on the last night, and it's not all right.
The end of the world? What do you mean? And
It's
I
not
look out.
All right, Murph.
What isn't all right? What do we need? Can we fix it?
And she looks at you and says, I can fix it.
Okay, how do we fix it?
She points at Vincent's gun.
No.
Now, I know that seems like a solution to everything, and you may feel like it's the last night for you, but it doesn't have to be.
That is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
There is nothing temporary about this night. He has my blood.
Well, we'll just have to take it from him.
You know it might be someone else's last night, Vincent. It seems we have something to do.
When you say this man's got your blood, for what purpose? What good does it do him?
I don't want to be here for the end.
When you say the end... Now listen, I'm being as patient as I know how to be, but when you're being cryptic like this and unspecific, there's only so much I can do to try to help you. I'm going to do what I know to help, but you got to help me out. You got to be more specific with the reason why I got to do what I got to do.
God has turned off the sun. There will be no more light of day.
Okay,
the
and
sun
why?
will never rise, and he has my blood.
Why do you think that happened?
She just goes silent. She doesn't make a sound.
Now,
you talking about that man in there? He's got your blood?
I believe she was. As I see it, we have two options. Either I can try to figure out what she's talking about, but I do believe that would do no good for her or myself. Oliver licks his lips like he's nervous. Or we might just take this into our own hands and assume that this man is a bad person, and we might be able to deal with him. I assume I would need your assistance with that, Vincent.
If it's true, but I don't want to do that if there's a chance it's not.
If it's true, we do have two friends that are in that house right now.
A dawning of immediate danger occurs to you.
I hand the trank gun over to... I take the trank gun. I look at Oliver, then I look down at Murph. I look at Oliver again and hand the trank gun to Murph.
Yeah, you do. That's my boy.
Just give me something with blanks. Make me a target at least.
I hand you your own gun and pull back the hammer on mine and go up to the door.
Oh, that's how it works.
Oh my god.
So, back inside. Frankie is mixing a few bottles of red fluid with the one in the pan. He says, "You can see it if you like, but I'll be busy for a few minutes." The boy,
all right,
yes.
Busy doing what? I don't know why I'm asking, why I'm driving myself further into this when I just go see the void, get it over with, be done. But fine, I'll ask.
I'm just mixing myself a drink.
That's never just a thing that is just happening. Nothing just happens in this place.
I just want to see if there is anything that I can do to make my mood match the weather. No more bright, sunny days. Huh?
Got an idea for you. Here's part of the reason we came, and I think you'll like this, honestly. Part of the reason we came is to catch an angel that's living, and then I tell him what we're planning to do with it, and what we found out.
What do you tell him?
The thing we found out.
He's shaking up the bottle, and he says, "I may help you if there's any left. Would you like a drink?" As he's walking over to the closet.
No. Again, think I'm getting myself a little too deep here. If I'm doing that, you just want to see the void.
You hear the sound of thunder outside.
Is that me kicking in the goddamn door?
As you are running up, a thunderstorm sort of rolls in, like over the hills, not necessarily unnaturally fast, but still faster than you were really noticing.
I've never had such fine ambiance for a gunfight.
Is this a node?
Yes, it is. It decidedly is.
What does it feel like?
Darkness, hate, spite, and finality.
To what degree does that have an effect on me? Like in the way that the church felt me kind of feeling admonishment's the wrong word, but convicted a bit.
So rolls to hold on to something will suffer a penalty, but you can use this to get a large bonus for rolls to finish things, to give up, or to make permanent solution. Yes. Right as Frankie is putting his hand on the door of the little closet that leads to nowhere, Vincent kicks down the door.
Vincent, what the fuck?
You see the man holding a clear glass bottle filled with red fluid.
I'm gonna shoot the damn thing.
The bottle or him? The bottle is held directly in front of his chest.
I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that he was turned to the side when I came in here. I do not fire, but I do have my gun raised, not pointed directly at him, ready to pull down and draw at any moment. And I'm going to say, I got a woman outside who says you stole her blood. That right?
I wouldn't say stole. She brought it to me, and she cut it out of herself to leave it to just drool on the floor. I just picked it up.
And yet she doesn't seem too happy about that situation. Now, why do you think that might be?
Perhaps she's not happy about any situation. She seems to have been upset about realizing the world isn't quite the way she thought it was.
Now, I'll tell you what will make me happy if you put that down right now.
Will it? Will that make you happy?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why will that make you happy?
I don't know. Something about torn up women getting hauled out of houses with creepy bastards collecting blood doesn't sit quite right with me. And I'm gonna be honest, mister. First impression, I don't like you very much.
He sort of leans back against the door to the closet, and he slowly turns the handle. I think that you may be hoping for something. You're hoping for something that will let you not have to make a choice. You're hoping to be rescued. You're praying. But I don't think you're going to get that. You're not going to get these easy answers you're looking for. The door behind him just sort of slowly swings open, and you see nothing behind it.
Turn around.
Is Vincent pointing the gun at him yet?
I was pointing the gun at his hand as he was about to turn the handle, and I was going to shoot and turn, but it sounds like I missed that.
If Oliver is seeing this, he's just gonna fire the gun like that he has up in the air in the hopes that it will make Vincent shoot just on instinct.
Give me a manipulation with firearms.
Oh, I'm not great at that.
I'm gonna try to scare my friend into murdering somebody.
While two of my other friends are inside and probably within sight.
Yes, and I would also love to trank that man.
Oh, if she's pointing the gun at him too, she might just accidentally trank as well.
That's possible.
So manipulation plus firearms? Okay. Only one success. Just loud bang.
Okay. People start a little bit. Murph, are you tranking him?
That was my goal. Kind of aiming to... this is my goal, is to aim to drop him, so if, that shot does go off, it's not, deadly, because I know that obviously Vincent's aim is very good.
Trank guns don't quite work like that.
I don't know that. I don't know how firearms work.
All right. Roll a dexterity plus firearms roll.
Woohoo! 2.
2? Okay.
Yep.
0. He moves to the side slightly, and the dart hits him in the arm, injecting its foul venom before he knocks the needle out. You're not quite sure how much of that stayed or how long it takes to affect, but he doesn't drop to the ground immediately like you were imagining in your mind.
I am shocked and impressed.
If I see that happen,
that's a lot of ketamine.
You notice a tiny string of blood coming out of his arm, and it sort of lifts up almost like a tiny thin tentacle.
Nah.
Gross.
Vincent immediately, upon seeing him get tranked and hopefully caught off guard,
he is going to take a drink from his bottle.
If he's doing that shit, if he's lifting it to the point where I can get any kind of clear shot, and keep in mind I'm a damn good shot, without blowing his fucking head off, I want to take it.
So you will need 5 successes. You will only need 2 successes to hit him in the head, and 5 successes to hit only the bottle.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh my God.
You hit the bottle and his head. Are you doing anything with that?
Yes, I'm going to willpower.
Or do you want to tap node?
Oh,
willpower.
Ooh.
I think tapping node might hurt you in this.
Yeah, tapping node to yeah, I'm gonna willpower it.
Okay.
I'll do 3. All right, I got a shitload of successes.
Oh
Very
my,
nice.
That went from 4 successes to 6, 7, 8 successes.
I'm a damn good shot.
Holy shit.
So you aim the gun up at one of the few steel beams that's actually holding the roof up. You fire, the bullet ricochets off, as you knew that it would, because there was no line of sight to the bottle, and the bottle explodes, peppering a few shards of glass into his face. Nothing serious, and he drops to the ground.
At that point, I am going to go over and if he's on his back...
He's on his knees.
He's on his knees. I am going to...
But he backs over to the doorway with one hand on each side. Also, he's dipping his hand in the blood that's spilled on the ground.
I am going to go over and I am going to put my foot on that hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get him.
Strength plus roll.
God damn. I mean, I could make that not a botch, but I can't beat him.
You could get blessed, maybe.
You could get #blessed.
There is also another thing that Murph might want to do in this situation.
Yeah, it's called a happy accident.
Do you want to use that, Murph?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a paradox roll.
I have gained my first paradox.
So, you step over in order to try and stomp on his hand as he's reaching into the blood, and you slip on the pool of blood and slide straight halfway through the doorway.
Fuck.
Mal is immediately going to try to grab him and pull him back.
At the same time, it pushes him away from the door, and you grab onto the doorway. Looking back, Your legs are dangling into nothing. Absolute nothingness.
Yeah, Val's gonna try to grab him and pull him back out.
Roll strength athletics.
Fuck.
May I do the same to try and pull myself up?
Next turn you can.
Okay.
All you could this turn to try and catch yourself.
Yeah. I imagine you might want to have some insight into how Vincent is feeling, and it's he's a bit shaken.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay. You've got his hand. You haven't pulled him out yet. And Frankie looks and he says, "No, not you, not you." And he reaches for your hand.
Is he saying not you to Vincent or not you to?
To Vincent.
Yeah, Val also is thinking not you.
Oliver is running into the room to try to get a hand on Vincent as well.
Okay, together, all of you pull Vincent out.
What the hell was that?
Val can't stop staring.
Try to hit man with chair.
Try to
use chair on man. Adventure game logic.
Which direction do you hit him?
Doesn't have a lot of tactical thought, so it's from grab chair, lift overhead, slam down.
All right, so you're coming in from the outside, moving over to hit him from behind.
Yep.
All right, he is going to get a diminished dice pool for this from his being severely distracted. Roll your strength melee.
That boy botches.
2 successes.
I have 2 dice.
You strike him from behind, and he falls forward, and he is falling through the doorway.
Ah, son of a gun.
No, not my worst enemy. I want to grab him by the ankle.
He laughs as he falls. Give me your. This will be Dex Athletics to try and catch him in time.
Can I join the daisy chain, like the monkeys in a barrel chain that is happening on Vincent right now, so he doesn't get sucked in?
You grab onto Vincent?
Yep.
Okay. You manage to grab his arm, and he is hanging out into nothing. You have the unbloodied hand. The other hand, he's licking the fingers, and he just looks at you. He says, "Why are you still holding on? Just let go." Give me a composure resolve. Okay. You feel this sort of upwelling of hate for this guy. This guy is obviously shit that should just be wiped out of existence. But you also have a thought for yourself. What do you do?
Fuck you. Not again. I'm gonna haul him up.
He just hangs there limply as you pull him up, set him down, and he just kind of sits there, looking at you. Says, "What do you want? Are you here to kill me or to save me? Why come all this way to dangle me in front of a hole and then pull me back in?"
I don't know what's going on, and I don't think I can kill someone when I don't understand why I'd be doing so.
Val's staring into the void.
How
much does Val want to go in void, Elf?
Just like, just a little bit, just dip your toe into it. Maybe just you always don't want to dive in there. You just got to know a little bit about that. A little bit more. And what is the
Val grabbed rope.
There is rope nearby.
Val's
and Jamie?
That's a small thought to tie this fella. What are you doing?
Val is tying it around her own waist.
All right, and Jamie?
Oh, I have no urge to go in it yet, but I'm mesmerized by the idea of it. It seems horribly interesting to me.
It is true nothing.
That pit is not mesmerizing to me. By the way, that is a fucking nightmare.
Just terror for you.
Handing Jay the other end of the rope.
Give me composure occult, Jamie and Val.
Got it.
There is just like a regular closet door in front of this thing, correct?
It's more of a shack door. It's like beat up old planks of wood nailed together.
Gotcha. So something in theory I could just slap closed. All right.
You could slap it closed, but it wouldn't hold very well. If anybody just leaned on this thing hard, it would break.
Gotcha.
So that's 2 successes for Sam and 3 for Matt. Matt, it occurs to you that if the old preacher was right, and it's the noise of the world that keeps you from seeing what's really there, that you can only imagine what you could see and hear in absolute silence.
Yeah, well, that sounds pretty frightening.
That does.
Yeah, so that thought definitely would give me more pause than I would be naturally inclined to. Probably enough to tell Sam not to go in.
Val needs the nightmares to stop.
I don't think they'll stop if you go in. I think you'll just
Don't
want to
think
go
they'll
back
stop
in.
if I don't.
Does
Val's gonna start leaning in.
does Val say that out loud? I need the nightmares to stop.
Yep, I need the nightmares to stop, and then
Yep, she's starting to lean in.
Wait, wait. Val, what are you doing?
She's still leaning in.
Vincent,
I'm grabbing.
Murph,
grab that fucking rope.
You grab the other end of the rope?
Like
I'm
what?
grabbing her.
Okay.
I'm grabbing that rope in case it doesn't work when Murph grabs her.
All right. Sam, strength brawl. Murph, strength brawl.
Got it.
Wrestling.
Willpower that shit.
Okay. Murph, is she blessed?
Max willpower? How
No.
much can I spend?
You can burn a willpower to get 3 successes.
Well, I'm fucked either way, I think. So, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Take an aggravated willpower damage.
Does that mean I take one as well?
I forgot.
So,
no, you take the second
pulling her
one.
back by the rope.
Okay.
Okay, I just need double tins. Let's go.
Sorry, Murph, she needs this.
Nope. Okay. She sails through the thing, slips right out of your hand as Vincent grabs the rope, and normal consciousness passes away from you as you dangle in oblivion. You are unaware of the goings on except for a slight tug around your waist. Vincent and Murph and everyone up top.
Yeah.
Pulling her back out.
I scream in terror.
How am I doing?
You take 1 aggravated willpower.
Yep, sounds right.
And 4 sanity damage.
I am very close to passing out.
Sam, you take 4 sanity damage.
As you do.
Yep. And
I'm also just pissed off at Oliver for no reason.
It's the only thing grounding you to reality. You're like, the wonders of the universe, but also I'm pissed at Oliver.
Also, fuck Oliver. As you are dragged into the blindingly bright light of the little lantern in the shack, the little lamp in back is as bright as the sun as you are dragged back into reality, and your consciousness starts to reform.
I'm regretting this choice.
Frankie just starts laughing until he throws up.
Can I insight what just happened? Because I'm trying to like parse how this worked for Oliver.
The first thing that you see is Val's face, and the look is so unearthly. It sort of damages what you think that life can be.
I think this was an especially weird moment because he was rooting through his bag looking for like surgical scissors because he still really wants to kill this guy. And is like torn about it, and he's just so tired.
And that look, it just like, it feels like it drains the hope out of you.
And he laughs, and then I grab the scissors.
Okay, you have this is grabbed out.
Overtly murderous intent over here.
Yes, it is. Okay. Are you going to release yourself to the residents of the room?
I don't have any prime, but I think he is basically just like, I could do one more good thing today. And he's just like walking forward with scissors, having set the bag down on the counter.
Okay. The only one who was not directly involved in having to haul Val out was Jamie, I believe.
Oliver, hey, you need to stop that. We need to get out of here. This place is not good.
You gonna stop me with them words?
It's too bright here. Too bright.
Vincent, give me a composure insight roll.
All 4.
It suddenly dawns on you that this guy seems to be not only unafraid of being murdered by you guys, but seems to be actively trying to bring it about.
Am I also aware enough to catch what Jamie is saying as I'm hauling and notice what's going on?
Yes. You hear the bit about the scissors right after you've pulled Val up.
If they've got her under control, then I am going to storm up to Oliver, sweat just pouring down my forehead, eyes a little bit bug-eyed, and I am going to grab him by the scruff of his shirt.
Vincent, you don't look well.
I ain't well, Oliver, and neither are you.
No, there's just one thing I gotta do. Hold on for one moment.
Are you gonna give this man what he wants? Is that what you're gonna do?
I would like this to stop me. I have not a lot of sanity. I've got 6 sanity and 1 superficial willpower left.
Excellent.
Yo, same. Except for the willpower.
Give me a charisma insight, and then roll your sanity damage +2, Oliver.
Can I add 1 to whichever one is good because it's Vincent telling me to do this and I implicitly trust him? Because he is, I believe, a better man than me.
Vincent, get an extra 2 dice.
Okay, good. Thank goodness.
All right.
2 successes, 2 successes.
I want to use 2 of my 3 remaining willpower.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good choice.
You realize that killing him will make his dreams come true, and you cannot imagine making him happy. The idea is so revolting to you.
Yep, that tracks. Oliver's like, you know what? You're right. Excuse me, so you have some cuts on your face. Let me tend to those.
You splash his face with iodine?
Yes. I was just...
All right. Give me a charisma medicine check.
Charisma medicine. That's a thing I didn't think I'd ever roll.
I rolled it earlier.
That's true.
That's true.
That's 2 successes.
He bellows in pain as you remove the glass shards. You need a couple people to hold him down, and he at some point passes out.
While I'm doing this, at some point, whoever's helping me hold him down hears Oliver say, "Now I would say these might scar if you moved too much, but I'm not very good at this."
I think personally, if it doesn't have to be me, I'm going to be more interested in trying to get over to Val at that point.
Yeah.
All right, Val.
Yeah, Val's just staring.
The infinite wisdom has opened it up to you, and you have gained an understanding that there are beings that have always existed and yet never existed that may be as fascinating as dinosaurs.
I just tackle hug
and
her.
Now they need to exist again. Yeah, cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
You now have access to the first 3 points of the spirit sphere.
Yes.
No.
This is bad. This is still just very bad. Ooh, cool. Fuck.
Tackle hug. It's happening.
Yeah, no, Val is still very much in her head.
All right, dragging everybody the fuck out of here, contemplating how to cement this place.
Oh my, Val, you almost like died in there, and it's just like tears. What did you? Why were you going? Why would you volunteer to do something like that?
Oh, do I think the nightmares are going to finally stop?
You think that they will no longer be nightmares.
Why would you do that? Like, why would you volunteer to do something like that? I thought you were going to be gone for forever.
No more nightmares.
You could have, like,
no more nightmares.
I don't know what to tell you. There's, like, drugs for that could make you go to sleep without having dreams. You don't have to throw yourself into a black hole.
She's extremely out of it. She is.
I don't care. I'm screaming at you.
I'm going to pick her up as gently as possible, trying not to look at her face, and I'm going to carry her to the car.
Okay.
Is Angela still there?
Can I do one last thing before we find out?
What?
You can tell me if I'm wrong or right about this, but I feel like after treating this guy's face and Oliver starts dragging him out, crazy Frankie, and he's like stalking halfway to the car, and then right when Murph hugs Val, he like stops and straightens up, and he like gets this relaxed feeling, and then like stops like dragging him roughly through the floor and like starts dragging him normal.
Okay. When you get back to the car, the man in the black coat is standing against the car. Orpheal.
Just straight up, just walk out of the house having an existential crisis. I almost saw one of my friends just die. I just walk out, look at this man. No, I no. Whatever you want. No.
Pretty much. We do not have time for this.
Is
he one of those beings?
Unless what you have is like drugs. Like, no.
Give me an improvised magic check.
Okay, what is that?
No, Val.
Okay, just kidding.
What would that roll be?
With your newfound spirit, give me a wits plus occult.
Wits plus occult.
Resolve plus occult. Resolve plus occult.
Damn it. 1 success.
He is not of the abyss. Decidedly.
Cool. Her gaze just goes through him.
He looks over at Oliver and he says, I think that you've made the right choice. And he walks past you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. You better run.
And he walks straight into the house. And goes to the door.
After putting Val down in the car, I want to go up next to the house and say to inside. And I want to shout so they can hear me inside.
Okay.
Should I ask what's about to happen in there?
There's no response.
I take one deep breath, close my eyes. The gun's lowered this time, and I'll open the door up.
There is no one inside.
I look back to the place where the closet is.
There's an empty closet. Little hole dug in the ground.
Not as empty as before?
Not as empty as before. It is.
Okay.
There's dirt. You see dirt at the bottom of the hole.
I nod and close the door. Let's get Val home. And I look around for that woman, Angela.
Nowhere to be found.
I go drop off the priest's letter in my letter.
Oh, you're dropping the priest's letter where?
No, where we saw the things gather. You bury it there. Read a little box.
Okay.
Oh wait, tear the little flag off the mailbox and just stick it in the ground.
Okay.
Nail in the dirt. Okay. As you're walking back to the car, the little flag that you stuck in there falls to the ground. Just put.
Okie doke. I'll take that as letter received.
I look at Murph. Hey, you got any more cigarettes?
You know what? I sure do.
You mind if we drop with the windows down, Jamie?
Only if you pass me one.
Likewise.
Yeah. Not such a bad habit after all, right?
And that is where we are going to call it.
Right.
You're welcome,
oh my
guys.
God. I feel so many feelings.
You're welcome.
I wish to make sure that I've assigned the proper amounts of sanity damage. I believe that is only 2 for Vincent, because although he has seen into the darkness, he did not understand it.
I don't know. It might
I
be
didn't understand shit.
Touched by it, right? He did get submerged in it partially.
True. It depends on how much you open yourself to the ideas therein. So he only gets 2 because he's too busy being wrapped up in his own guilt. So Val got 8, but 4 because someone split it with her.
Thanks, Oliver.
No problem.
I'm not immediately completely insane.
Jamie, how much did you get?
I don't know. I finally got to gaze into the void. I was mentally prepared for it, I guess, or
3.
I don't know if being curious about the void is worse, probably.
3 sanity damage.
Okay.
You see, this is why I didn't want anybody going with.
Yeah, you would be gone, so you're welcome.
Yeah, you'd be having to fill out a new character sheet.
Murph?
That's 0, baby.
2 for what 2 for what Angela said to you.
That's 2 for what Angela said to me, baby.
All right. So, everyone here, you will roll a number of dice equal to the...
What about me?
You got 4 for that. Then you also got some
I got 2 for something else. I can't remember what though. Now.
I believe that was for the song.
Yes.
2 for the song.
Angel.
Oh, you get 1 for living your nightmare.
Okay, so 7 total. Woof.
Being blind drunk for your first surgery ever. Yeah. So, okay.
Not drunk. Still a little drunk, but mostly hangover.
Yes.
I have lost 2 sanity.
So if your sanity damage is greater than the number of empty bubbles, meaning the difference between yours and 10. So, for example, if you have 7 sanity, if you have more than 3 sanity damage, you instantly lose a point and track your sanities. So let's start with Matt. What's your sanity? 7, right, Matt?
I think we all started with 7.
Yes, everyone starts with 7.
Yeah.
So it's at 7 right now?
Yep.
Okay. How much sanity damage did you take?
This time around 3.
Okay. You get to roll 1 die. If it's a success, you don't lose a sanity.
Yay, I don't lose the sanity.
You have stared into the void, it has looked back, and you are okay.
And you said, neat!
Murph, how much sanity damage have you taken?
2, and my sanity is 7.
Okay, roll 2 dice.
Woohoo! It was a great success.
Okay, Oliver.
I took 7 sanity damage, and my max is 6.
So that means you automatically lose 1.
Reasonable.
Then that means you have a sanity of 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
With 3 damage left over. Roll 3 dice.
When did this game become Call of Cthulhu?
It was always Call of Cthulhu. My sanity has been going down forever.
You only lose
I got
1.
1 success. Okay.
There you go. Enough to save you from the brink. Val, how much do you have? You have 5 damage?
Yes.
And how much? What's your permanent sanity?
6.
You go down to 5 sanity.
Cool.
And roll 4 dice. Get 1 success.
Hell.
Okay.
Hooray!
Just the 1.
Cool. That's a lot.
How many would you have had if I hadn't done that?
That would have instantly lost 2 sanity.
Yeah.
And then
Vincent?
maybe more. I've taken 2 damage this session, no other damage, and it sounds like we started with 7.
Yep. So you roll 2 dice.
2 successes.
Vincent is rather sane.
Vincent is, I think, trying to turn himself into like the Mulder who's witnessing these things and slowly like understanding what's going on without breaking.
We all need therapy.
So those of you who have lost a point of sanity, please choose a new delusion, obsession, compulsion, a new mental fun flavor. And if it's good and crazy enough, I will accept it. I might recommend for Val something regarding those void beings.
Oh yeah, she's going to try and make void beings real.
All right.
That's her obsession.
You just became the big bad. I hope you realize this.
Y'all don't need to know that.
I mean, only if she succeeds.
That's true.
I mean, only if she gets close enough for it to even make sense what's going on.
When Orfeo said, I think you made the right decision, was he talking specifically to Oliver or to all of us?
To Oliver.
Got it.
Man, I can't think of a good one. Anyone? People want to help? Yeah, I know.
My initial thing is like elective surgery addiction or something like that.
I was thinking something medical related, but then I was thinking something actually like violence related.
If it was, what if it was just taking a small piece, just something that wouldn't be missed or cause major harm away from the bodies of the
beautiful.
The
Murph's gonna catch me though.
Just like it doesn't have to be harmful, it could be like a toenail.
I think I must take a token.
That would be an option. Another thing would be becoming obsessed with other people's psychology.
I was also thinking that, but then I already have a psychology-based one. I want a more physically-based one.
Oh, what's your first one?
It's I believe that no one is telling me the truth, that no one likes me.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, buddy.
I tell you exactly what I think of you all the time. That's not true. I like you better than I'm saying.
But he obviously believes the exact opposite.
Yeah, Oliver believes that you do hate him.
But you also believe that he hates you for good reason.
Yeah, it's understandable. It doesn't make me not like you.
That's so sad.
So, XP. First off, 5 for everyone, for sure. And I'm going to give everyone a bonus 2 for maybe saving the world, or just at least fucking with this one crazy hermit's delusions. Okay, so yeah, 7 XP to start with. Then hopes and fears. I think that some of those came up.
Fear.
Oh, yeah.
Val's fear.
What was Val's fear?
She went wonky. I believe her fear was that this is going to kind of make her go insane, and yeah, it did.
Yes.
Looking into the void would do that to her.
Abundantly. 2 XP for that.
Woo!
Alright, anybody else's fears?
Yeah.
What was your fear?
All right. So, the whole, me sucking the luck out of people and then causing harm to them. I believe my shenaniganry with the poker game and almost getting that person beat up certainly.
Yeah, that was good.
Gain 2 XP and take an aggravated willpower damage.
What? Okay. I don't even know how
XP
to
equals
take
better than
aggravated.
willpower.
You
Just put a little X in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Murph, do you feel like the accident happened because of your luck?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, anyone else's fears?
So I did not succumb, but I definitely felt the temptation to do wickedness.
1 XP.
Okay, and the first one, pain and tragedy befalling others because of me, I think that one did not come into play today, but I do think the one I set up for today, the madness on the outside of town, encroaching and bearing down on our lives, was more relevant than ever.
Yeah, 1 XP for that too.
Okay, cool.
So I feel like maybe all of mine came into play this time.
Mm-hmm.
A successful patient. I think that happened.
Yeah, your hope was realized. 2 XP.
Yeah, it was very successful. Cause of death, me. I feel that came up in possibly 2 ways.
Oh?
Possibly incompetent doctoring.
Yeah.
And possibly murdering somebody with scissors.
Okay, 2 XP for that.
And the other fear I have is the image of cowardice. And I feel like it didn't really help me today because the one person I was in danger with, well, possibly also with Val and Vincent while doing surgery, if I had failed. But the other person I was, fighting with was not really fighting back.
Yeah, no, that it didn't really come up. Your cowardice was not an issue. Okay. Anybody else?
No, I stayed back as much as possible. My character's feeling way more reserved than usual, like not jumping into the void. So,
what were your fears?
My general fears were insanity, and then I had a fear for Oliver, but I wasn't there for that particular scene. So,
okay. What about hopes?
I still have friends. Still made more friends. Didn't let my friend jump in the void. So I definitely touched on my hopes.
Yep. Gain an XP for that. You helped your friend face the darkness and survive.
I definitely also think my hopes came into play. My general one is to protect my charges at all costs and do what little I can to make up for my past cruelties. I both pulled away from committing a cruelty and desperately tried to protect my charges.
And stopped Oliver from doing one.
Yes. Yeah, that's also preventing. Yeah, and then the one from today was to go have a good and successful day at work. It took a left turn, but I think that happened.
I think there's no better first day than being a emergency situation and handling it well.
Okay.
Is taking somebody who is dying to Oliver considered handling it well?
I don't know. That's up to Elf. I don't know.
Anybody else's hopes?
Did I make Vincent smile?
Oh,
I remember Vincent smiling once, but I don't remember at what.
It was towards the beginning of the session.
I don't know if Vincent had much cause to smile this time around.
This was a tough day.
This was a very tough day. That's why I'm asking.
Oliver smile twice.
Yeah, not Vincent, just Oliver.
That was my temporary goal. And then my other hope, I don't know that it would be a really, really large stretch to say that came up in helping 13 and Vincent realize their like potential as good people.
I mean, honestly, as bad as that got, when I did grab that guy and I said, no, not even my worst enemy, I was kind of thinking about Murph a little bit.
Hey.
Aw. So your other hope was what, Murph?
My hope is to help Vincent and 13 realize their full potentials and that they are worthy of saving.
XP for that.
Woohoo!
Yes. Get one for that. All right. Anybody else's hopes?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh.
Didn't capture an angel. Unless my usual one is the work I'm doing means something and will be successful. I feel like I found new meaning.
Yes, you did get an XP for that.
Oh, sweet. All right.
And technically, you did briefly capture an angel, but I don't think that one counts for it.
Yeah, nah, that's not the one I wanted. That one doesn't have a empty brain.
Well, you don't know.
As far as I was aware.
We're gonna do some nods.
Nods are next. Yes, I want to hear Sam's nods first.
It's a good question because it's all very good. It was all very. There was a lot.
Yeah, tonight was chock full of good stuff.
Can we come back to me?
Yes.
I'm going to give mine to Val and her lovely guitar performance and drunken shenanigans.
Ah, shoot. That was mine too.
Excellent.
But I can think of a new one.
1 XP for that. Vincent.
Mine is gonna go to Oliver for probably the most unlikely success of the night, given all of the circumstances.
It was the power of friendship, man.
Which success was that?
Managing through my and Murph's contributions to somehow make the rolls necessary, barely, to save this man.
Okay. Gets an XP for that. Val next.
I'm going to give it. All right, I'm going to give it to Vincent for his no, not my worst enemy.
Oh,
that was
That was a good
keep
line.
getting my stuff jacked.
Thank you.
It was so very stoic.
But I also really loved the bar scene.
The bar scene was good. I wished I was there.
All right. Well, you were being a responsible miner. Who knows what would have happened if you'd been trashing the first day of work when that guy got injured?
Oh God.
All right, and James.
I'm giving mine to Jamie because twice in the night, when dealing with a very emotional Oliver, she was like, "Maybe stop."
Oh shit! Yeah, Oliver's out.
Like both times, it was just like the most really low key. Like maybe don't.
Yeah, she's super inept at like stopping people from doing things. That's about as manipulative
it's like
as it gets.
You are raging drunk right now. Maybe we should go home. And it's like you are about to murder a man. Maybe don't.
Okay, and Ginger.
All right. Mine will also go to Val for conviction to go jump into the void.
Yes.
I feel like that's an anti, but all right.
It was great.
Murph as a character was like, no. Me as a player was like, yes.
Well, one of us had to take the lead.
Yep. Okay. I had a lovely time tonight. I hope you all did too.
I wish it was Thursday.
I know. Why can't it be Thursday again?
Take me down to the final decision, and the world will break apart today. And the world will break apart today.
I don't know how Vincent's going to feel about everybody suddenly telling my boss that I should be able to leave on my first day of work.
Also, shock's a thing.
Yeah, but also you like saved another employee's life.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like celebration by going to go look for a crazy person in a shack in the desert.
Sounds like you should be buying you a drink.
I feel like shock and horror is probably a better excuse than reward this man's heroism.
Not in Murph's eyes.
See the world through Murph's eyes. This is what the game is about.
Be the Murph you want to see in the world?
Yeah.